roughly sketch the graph of this cubic equation. Now, this is a bit of a weird one. We've got to look at the examples we've just seen and think, well, what kind of pattern do I have? So, first of all, the x cubed at the front has a positive number in front of it, 1. So the generic shape, I think, is going to be like this, right? That seems to be what the generic shape is when it's a positive number in front of it. Next, well, in the examples, the shape was kind of dictated quite heavily by where it crossed the x-axis. It's not always true, but here it might help. So where does it cross the x-axis? Well, this is exactly at the x-intercept, so where it's equal to 0. So let's notice that x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x is equal to, let's pull out a factor of x. We've got x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now, at this point, I still want to press on. I've got a quadratic equation and I want to find the zeros of it because I'm going to be trying to find where it crosses the x-axis. And there are two options, really. I could use the quadratic formula, which is kind of the brute force approach, or I could try and factor it. And it's quite a nice idea to factor it here because of the fact it's just a 1 in front of the x. So the factoring is relatively straightforward. And if you go through this, I'm not going to go through every detail now, but if you go through this carefully, you end up with the following. It's actually quite nice. It's x minus 2 times x minus 1. That kind of fits. Okay, so this is equal to 0. Of course now, if and only if, so this now is by the zero product property. If the product of 3 numbers is 0, at least one of them has to be 0. So either x is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the zero product property from way back at the beginning of algebra. X is equal to 0, or x is equal to 2, or x is equal to 1. So what does this mean? Well, this means if you're going to graph it, and I'm going to do it very roughly, I know the basic shape, and what I know now is I have 3 cross points, right? I have 0, I have 1, and I have 2. So my gut feeling is the shape, roughly, of this guy is going to be, it's got to be this kind of orientation. I reckon it's going to be roughly like that. Again, where this is, of course, 0, 1, and 2. So this is pretty rough. This isn't rigorous mathematics. This is just us getting a sense for shapes, basic shapes of these higher degree polynomials.